شما یک بار دیگر در بروکسل گرد آمدید تا از اتحادیه اروپا بپرسید چرا همچنان سیاست پوسیده مماشات با آخوندها علیه منافع مردم ایران را ادامه می‌دهد. بگذارید خطاب به آنها تکرار کنم. اگر گمان می‌کنید با خودداری از لیست گذاری تروریستی سپاه آخوندها از پروژه بمبسازی اتمی دست برمی‌دارند، سخت در اشتباهید. سپاه پاسداران ابزار اصلی اعمال سیاست‌های جنایتکارانه نظام ولایت فقیه در داخل و خارج کشور است. پاسداران همونهایی هستند که خیابان‌های سراسر کشور را به خاک و خون می‌کشند. به اتحادیه اروپا می‌گوییم که به جای همدردی لفظی با مردم ایران از کمک رسانی سیاسی و مالی به دشمن مردم ایران دست بردارید. سفارتخانه‌های رژیم را تعطیل کنید. معاملات خود را با رژیم متوقف کنید و عوامل سپاه پاسداران و وزارت اطلاعات آخوندها را اخراج کنید. حق مردم ایران و جوانان شورشگر برای دفاع از خود در برابر پاسداران و حق اونها برای سرنگونی رژیم را به رسمیت بشناسید.
I am very, very happy to speak to Mr. Rajavi.
Rajavi est une infatigable dirigeante du principal mouvement d'opposition contre les mollahs.
She is a tireless leader who has been fighting against this regime for the past 4 years, decades, and I want to hail her steadfastness in her struggle against this regime. And
thanks to the sacrifices of the resistance units across Iran and their various campaigns all over the world. Today, nobody has any doubt that this group of who are with Reza Pahlavi have no intention other than to divert the way of the revolution. But the Iranian people insist on, have shown that they will not be deceived by anybody anymore.
There is no one who can reach around this globe to get the resources to rebuild a country that has been destroyed after 40 years of oppression. There is no one that can bring the skill, the organization, the unity of the Iranian people that Mrs. Rajavi and the MEK can bring to Tehran. We won the revolution, we're winning the revolution, but we will also win the peace and build a new country.
So when we have a new Iran that is coming very soon, it only makes sense that the organization that has been protesting longer and stronger than any other freedom group, the MEK, can begin to build a new future because they have the legitimacy of having been in the fight and having died for the struggle for a free Iran.
The people of Iran have shown the whole world that they want regime change, that they reject the current religious dictatorship of the mullahs, and that they don't want to go back to a dictatorship of the Shah. They want a secular, democratic republic, and we support them in that. Yes, we realize and we know this regime in Iran is a threat to the security of Europe.
Your fight will bring democracy. Mrs. Rajavi, thank you. Thank you for standing up for gender equality, for freedom of speech, for the separation between religion and state, and for economic freedom for all Iranians. Thank you. Thanks to the opposition democracy is within reach. And when a democratic republic is an option, why should anyone choose a tyranny or a monarchy?
Recently, I had this opportunity to speak to Mrs. Rajab in the Belgian Parliament. She is the voice of all the women who are fighting for freedom and democracy. And with the brave women whose presence in the streets has shaken the entirety of the Iranian regime, and they are demanding the downfall of this regime in entirety. And after 40 years of struggle, we are here stronger than ever, and we will stay here, and we demand the inclusion of the name of the IRGC in the blacklist.
It is no coincidence that women have such an active role in the protest in Iran for a secular and democratic republic. It is 4-decade struggle led by the Iranian democratic opposition and Mrs. Rajavi. Her remarks to the Belgian parliament are really striking. No to force government, no to force religion, and no to force hijab. It is a clear message that women decide for themselves.
The issue of achieving democracy and freedom is the right of the Iranian people and all the Iranian men and women. This is the duty of the Iranian people and its resistance units. We don't ask or we don't demand any foreign country to do this duty instead of the Iranian people. The Khabat organization of Iran, with 43 years of its struggle to acquire freedom and its rise for self-determination in Kurdistan, who has been fighting against dictatorship, especially the monarchy from the very beginning. And in this way, it has been cooperating with the MEK and the NCRI to acquire the rights of the ethnic and nationalities, Iranian nationalities and religious ethnicities.
The mullahs do not respect nothing but force, but strength. And those who insist on these shameful deals are bound to pay dearly for them. And this applies to everyone, starting here in Belgium, where the authorities made the most shameful deal for liberating the diplomat terrorist Assadi.
It's very obvious that the IRGC is a terrorist organization. And it's very obvious that the world community should recognize it as a terrorist organization and put it on its terrorist list.